I shouldn't have hit play. The heck with it. I don't know what this is about here. You're going to have to go to another room, maybe. I need to bring up the form. Oh, I should play it, right? Get this over before we, let's see, speaker. Go ahead and hit record. Where is it?
I just put it in there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm going to hit record now.
Yeah, go ahead.
The recording has started.
Hi.
I used to be a Dimon newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eye and God by his side, Frank's teachings reaches far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tink, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie.
No?
Come on, Tink, I deserve some cookies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cookie, cookies, cookies. Come on, Tink, give up the cookies.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank. Hold on a second. Stop. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 UV2Vs. We're down to what? Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With this one, 5 more to go. And then we have a new format. And if you don't know about it, well, we'll repeat it again later on tonight. But right now, let us prepare ourselves for the study of the Iraqi dinar. And we are KTFalways.com, which stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. Is Andy with us by any chance? Oh, he is with us. Let us pray, and then we'll have our brother Andy blow the shofar, okay? Abba, sweet Holy Father, I come to your throne room by the blood of Jesus with great respects to tell you that I had a wonderful day with you. We talked a lot today. And I'm so grateful for that relationship with you. Thank you, Father. Hear my prayers. Consider them, please, for they cover so many people. Thank you, God, for this opportunity once again to talk tonight about this investment. Guide me, show me the right way, and help those that are listening that they would take this information and use it for their benefit, vet it for themselves, and then take it to you in prayer. In the precious name of your Son, Jesus, I pray for Israel. I pray for the United States of America. I pray for Palestine. I pray for peace, that the killing would stop. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, I pray, amen, amen, amen. Andy.
Make up your mind, Tink.
You're making noise. Quit making noise.
He mutes her, and then you unmuted him, and then you
Because he's
mute.
making noise.
Oh, because he's making noise, okay? Go for it, brother.
It must have been snowy.
Nah, there you go. We'll blame it on Snowy. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Go for it. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Andy.
Yes, sir.
I had a wonderful time last night, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you did not have a chance to be with us, we brought in a wonderful gentleman. His name is also Andy, on top of that. And they are, he's one of the founders, him and his family, of Miles Franklin. Wow. And it turns out that he introduced himself, and he gave us an hour and 20-minute lecture last night on the condition of the United States dollar, our economy, the BRICS. I mean, it went on and on and on and on. And I was rather intrigued by the things that he was saying. I encourage you, if you have the time, listen to what this gentleman that represents the company, the precious metal outlet. I think they're number 2 in North America. And what he did is he talked, and then he said, we're going to offer you an email. And for those of you that are with KTFA, put KTFA up on the head in the subject line, and then send us an email that you want to see the catalog. Okay? Well, guess what? If you do that, and you put KTF up on top, you're not going to get the prices you see in the catalog when you go to their website. We've been blessed. We've been extremely blessed. He's offering you, KTFA members, a substantial discount. And you won't know until you do, until you compare or until you look at the prices. I was impressed. I was overwhelmed. I guess when you deal with volumes, you can do that. If you're interested in gold and silver, in many different ways to acquire it, IRA gold certificates, bars, nuggets, bullion. There's so many ways. And the thing that impressed me was his knowledge, and the fact that they're giving us an extra discount on top of what the prices are. If you have any desire to learn about this, call me. My phone number is 419-283-2552, 419-283-2552. Now, what I'm going to do is talk to you about the Iraqi dinar, and everything that I say to you is just strictly in my opinion. Strictly in my opinion, okay? All right. It's not like I'm giving you a date that, hey, it happened 5 minutes ago and it was for this much. No, we don't do that here, okay? So be careful with the questions that you ask, because in the second half of our UB2B tonight, I have intentions of opening it up for Q&A so I can help you understand the things that we've given you so far. Okay. Now, let's get started. And tonight, I'm just going to bifurcate our study. It'll be 2 parts. First of all, we're going to look at the articles. And then second of all, we're going to look at what my friends in Iraq are saying to us. Hold on a second. Got it. Okay, so now let's get started, family. And I encourage you, what do we do? Let's go to the final article thread. Now, yesterday, oh my goodness, did I do articles with Claire yesterday, Jen? Yes, I did. Didn't I?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Oh, dear me. We've been so busy. Yesterday, that gold and silver was just so exciting. It took the whole day. I apologize. I did not put the articles in the final article thread inside of my form at ktfois.com. And so here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to go to my back office here. Oh, hold on. They just sent another message. TV saying the new contract. Alrighty, thank you. Now I'm going to go to Claire. Here we go. And what I'm going to do, family, is I'm going to go to today. There's today. Let's go to yesterday as well, too. And I'm going to go all the way to the top. There we go. Now, because we don't have them highlighted, I'm just going to rapid fire these, okay? Alrighty. Number 9. Number 9, it says, it's talking about the foreign exchange services provided by agents that are working on these procedures. Now, what all that boils down to, family, is that yesterday, in fact, here, I'm going to have to, yeah, all right, yesterday, I'm going to have to go over, here it is, right there. This was released by the CBI. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at that document. What's it say? What's it say? What's it say? Well, basically, it's saying that Sudan is in control of all of the banks. Because what happened is that he released this article or this mandate or this whatever you want to call it, and he explained it to the Iraqi citizens, but he also wanted to make sure that everybody understood that all these banks that have been bad, you know, stealing your currency, Iraqi citizens, we shut them down. And I'm only going to let certain banks to be opened up again. And that's what that certificate was. That, oh dear, hold on a second. That certificate was announcing to the world and to Iraqi citizens and to certain banks, here's your license. Here's your license for you to deal with foreign currency because you're not allowed to anymore. Right? In Iraq, they cannot use any foreign currency whatsoever. Unless they've been given a license to do so by the CBI for whatever their reasons are, like traveling or medicine or whatever. And that document, which I showed you there, was released yesterday. And that's what this article that I just read to you is talking about. Foreign exchange services provide agents working on this procedure. This is good. What's the reason why we don't have the monetary reform? Because of the corruption, because of the profiteering from the bad parliament political people. You know where they're from. Okay. And what has Soudani done? He took away their cash cow. All the banks that were doing this with them, you know, stealing, they're closed, they're gone. And this document is showing that, hey, there's only a certain banks who will be able to, and we're controlling them. And on top of that, I'm only going to have one bank to eventually do this as well too. Family, I told you the last time we were together that in my opinion, just as an example, that in my opinion, I believe that this high-tech currency that is going to be coming out pretty soon, the lower notes, I strongly believe that we can say that it has GPS on it. It doesn't. But oh my goodness, it's got the next best thing to it. And Iraq knows very well, or I should say the CBI, Soudani, Allah, the board of directors, they know very well, U.S. Treasury, they know very well where everything is at. Continuing, and this is just so good for the monetary reform, and that's why I believe that it's coming. Continuing, number 13, returning $1 billion. What? Returning 1 billion, I'm sorry, I said dollars, my bad. Returning 1 billion dinars to the Iraqi state treasury seized by private banks. And it goes on and it talks about it. No, I would be exaggerating if I said every day. But almost every day. How about if I say like every other day, every third day? There's money coming back to Iraq in one way or another. It's impressive what Soudani's doing in order to bring forth the new monetary reform. Next article, number 14 here. Hamadi agrees with the Iraqi banks to grant housing loans to the network employees. You may say, so what? Jobs are coming. So what? That's because the economic reform is successful. It is. Yeah, all the contracts that Sudani signed and then rewrote with whatever, whatever rate. Yeah, these jobs, oh my goodness. What's it say again? Well, Hamadi agrees with the Iraqi bank to grant housing loans to the network employees. Why? Because there's going to be an explosion of jobs in Iraq pretty soon, and they're going to need housing. Remember I told you, family, where is that? I wonder if I can even find. Yeah, here it is. I told you these notes. I told you this 2 weeks ago. And now I think you understand why. Check this out. You, KTFA students, you invested in the Iraqi currency to help Sudani rebuild Iraq, and he's done a wonderful job. You're going to turn those 3 zeros in. You're going to make a little profit. But now, may I consider that you want to consider making some serious profit? Look at the Iraqi stock exchange in order to help the citizens of Iraq. And in doing so, it will help all of the Middle East. If you are in position to look at the Iraqi stock exchange, it would behoove you. I told you I am not. I am not of that age. And I am not of that health to pursue something like that. But family, Hamadi agrees with the Iraqi banks to grant housing. Mike, if I wanted to invest in the Iraqi exchange, remember when we played Iraqi Monopoly? What's on the board? Well, let me see. The first thing I want is banks. I want to own a piece of every bank in Iraq. Oh, okay. Why? Because they're going to fund everything, and everybody's going to bring their money into the country. Okay. What's the next thing you want on the board? I want real estate housing. Why? Because they're going to have a lot of jobs, and these employees are going to have a place to live. Oh, okay. What's the next thing that you want on the board? Insurance companies. Why? Everything they're going to do has to be backed up, backup for a backup. Okay, insurance is it. Okay, what else you want? That one right there. What is that? Construction. I want all the cement. I want all the sand. I want all the lumber. I want construction. Yeah. I want to invest in everything that they're going to bring into Iraq to build Iraq. What else? How about hospitalization? Because you're going to have to take care of the people that are coming into these cities. He's building, 30-something cities? This is insane. The Iraqi stock exchange. The Iraqi dinar here, I said, you're going to make a little profit on it, but I would consider for you to consider the Iraqi stock exchange to help the citizens of Iraq. And in doing so, you help all of the Middle East. But by goodness gracious, you would help your future generations. This is all in my opinion. I wish I was going to get involved in it so I could talk to you about it. But I'm not. All righty, let us continue with the article. So that was article number 14 that I showed you. It's pretty interesting. Very interesting indeed. Next article from yesterday. Oh, that's all we have from yesterday. Now we're going to start with today. And just a few articles that they are releasing. But that's why I give you Eddie and Walking Stick and Mr. Sammy and IT. That's why I give you all of my team's reports to fill in the gaps of the articles. That was only 2 articles from 2 days ago. How about today? 2 more articles, that's it. There's a lot of information missing, isn't there? Post number 12. The Central Bank of Iraq creates what? Central Bank creates what? The Central Bank of Iraq creates an electronic platform to manage complaints from the clients of financial institutions. Why? Because we're about to loan money off the hook. Because we're about to build houses for our Iraqi citizens, and they're going to pay for it. Because this is part of the electronic platform. This is part of the monetary reform in order for it to succeed. Next article. And I believe, like I said, there's only 2 of them, and here's the second one. 18. Finance issues INZA government bonds. This is the second time that they've done this. Really? With a value of 1,500,000,000,000 Iraqi dinars. I thought you guys had a program rate. We do, maybe. You can't with these numbers. What, maybe. You silly rabbit. You're showing your hand. Okay. Post number 19, and it says the following. Sudani, al-Salani, the importance of integrating between the Kurdistan region and the rest of the province to achieve this thing. What is this thing that you're talking about, Sudani? What is it that you want to develop? And he basically is saying that this is a time for us to develop industry and making decisions that would help both the Kurdistan and us. In other words, family, Sudani, Barzani, shoulder to shoulder. Just last year, they were going after each other's throats, weren't they? Just the year before that, they were ready to, I mean, sending you no money from our oil revenue. Oh, no, forget you. Shoulder to shoulder, kumbaya. What is thicker than blood? What is thicker than water? Money. And I believe, oh, wait a minute, one more article. Number 23. Cyber attacks disrupt banking systems of Iran's central bank and other banks. Now, I'm not going to say too much about this, but and these articles that I'm reading to you, we will, our staff will put them into our form, highlighted with our blue comments. But for right now, 23, cyber attacks disrupt banking systems of Iran's central bank and other banks. Well, Biden certainly wouldn't do that. Biden gave them $2 billion in cash and then give them another billion in cash 2 years ago. No, Biden is supplying them with everything. He unfroze the bank sanctions that we had against Iran. In the last 4 years, Iran has become a superpower because of their boyfriend. Wow, this is interesting. So today, weren't they supposed to attack Israel? Yeah, I know. And today, their banking system has been devastated, shut down. Elon Musk. Are you familiar with something like this? DDoS? Yeah, I know. Yeah, interesting. So, who would attack Iranian banks at this time? And for what reason? And that's all the articles that we have. You know, I don't give you very many bank stories anymore, do I? You want to hear a bank story about a bank?
I do.
You do? Hold on, let me get something to drink. Gurkha Legend says, yes. Baby Crab Cakes, yes, peace. Bud said, yeah, okay. Brenda says, yes. Christine says, yes, with a heart. Oh, no, LOL. Mr. Holiday, absolutely. I'm going to miss you guys. Well, we'll still be together in my farm. Well protected. Alrighty, well, here's my bank story. In my opinion, it was, I think, last week. Well, in all honesty, Jamie, what's his last name?
Diamond.
Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon is doing a bus tour. Jamie Dimon is doing a bus tour. And this bus tour has him going from bank to bank across the United States. He's actually in the process of opening 300 new branches. And this bus tour, one of our friends was at this meeting where he stopped in Arkansas. And Jamie Dimon was giving his lecture that he's doing across country. The governor of Arkansas was there. The two senators from Arkansas were there. And Jamie said, you know, a lot of things about the banking industry. And our friend proposed a question to him. He said, Mr. Dimon, what is your bank doing about the Iraqi dinar? And he said, I would like to talk about it, but I'm not allowed to. Basically, he said, we are trying to help the GOI with their bank reforms if they will let us. Mhm. All I know is that Jamie's going across country on a bus tour talking finances. And all I know is that whatever he's doing with Iraq, it has to do with their banking reforms if the CBI wants Jamie to be a part of it. But the fact that he doesn't want to talk too much more about it tells me more than he's saying. Alrighty, now what we're going to do, family, is I'm going to catch you up. We were together on Monday, right? And therefore I don't have to read to you Monday's report. And we need to find Tuesday's and today's report. I'm so sorry, I haven't even had a chance to respond to Eddie. Anyways, let me take you now to the beginning of yesterday. Monday, oh, that's Monday. Monday, yesterday. So when we were together on Monday, the last thing I was telling you about is the joke that Eddie told me about the camel spiders. And here's where we start. Now, family, once again, before I start reading this, everything's in my opinion. And I wanna mention, I wanna reiterate, I wanna pound once again that, in my opinion, every day, Alak, Sudani, Chalet, these economic experts, I mean every day, they're going out on Iraqi television and they're talking to them about what's going on with the monetary reform. And remember Monday I told you it was like playing tennis? They volley the ball. First they come out, they being Chalet, Alak, Sudani, even Barzani. These guys come out and they say something positive about the monetary reform, about what they're going to be receiving. Right now the hot topic is about the float. What do they care about the float? Well, they don't. But the fact that we're going to float, the only way we can float is we have some value to our currency, right? Yeah. And you're telling us you're going to float? Yeah. Well, shoot, no wonder you told us you're going to give us a new rate and new lower notes. And then it's going to float too? Yeah. Our currency is going to be powerful around the world, isn't it? Yeah, because basically the American dollar is being destroyed so that the dinar can take its place. Yesterday, 8:19 in the morning. Mr. Frank, today, and like I was saying, it was wave after wave. First, the good guys come out and say good things. And then the bad guys from Parliament come out and say, no, 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 you're not, that's not true. Then the good guys come out and they say, don't pay attention to those knuckleheads. Then the bad guys come out and they say, you need to pay attention to us because we are the ones that make the decisions and we pass the laws. And then the good guys come out and say, they don't pass nothing. The only thing they pass is gas. No, don't worry about it, okay? Stick with us. Okay. And it just goes on and on, back and forth, until Sudani one day will release all of this. Mr. Frank, today, we see Chalet again on TV. This is the second time he talks to us now about the float. And he's saying, the float can be adventurous. That's an interesting way of putting it. The float can be adventurous, but we intend to have it fixed. Yeah, ours will be fixed or managed float. Now, that is what is best at this time for Iraq and our currency. He then went and talked about how everything is growing with the electronic payment system, saying that we went from 11,000 ATM machines to over 55,000 in our country. Oh my goodness. And in just alone in service stations, gas stations, that's what they said. They said we made over 130. They said we made over 183 billion on using these electronic cards, and that was up from 183 million before these cards and the electronic system was introduced. They are really keeping an eye on our money. Court system is also on TV talking about they ruled no candidate dates for speaker, and you just got to vote with what you got. You have to vote with what they have assembled. In other words, Sudani basically is telling them, like I told you on Monday, will you shut up? I got my speaker. You want to pretend you're going to vote on him? Go for it. I don't care. You're going to vote here. Look at the last part there. You're going to vote with what is assembled, because in the assembly is the guy that he wants. You know, this was really good. Let me share this with you because I want you to. I won't be doing this much more. In about 2 more weeks, all of this will disappear and it will only be found inside of my form. Only inside of my form. Oh, and also only in Club 26 here on my UBTubi. If you say to yourself, how do I join Club 26? You see my picture? Right underneath it, there's a word. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, when it's not live.
No, it says join. See the button that says join?
No. Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to say subscribe.
No, it says join.
I've been telling everybody to look for subscribe.
No, join. And then there's a link right
I
underneath.
feel I'm embarrassed. Good thing I'm dark complected. You can't tell I'm blushing. But you see my picture right underneath where it says join. If you click on that, it'll take you to PayPal, and it's $4.90 whatever, $5 a month. That's it. And you'll get all of this if you want it. Okay, continuing. Payment system saying that. So this payment system, look at that, family. Oh, I'm sorry. I was showing it to you. And then, and it really brought in a lot of cash that was being stolen, Mr. Frank, is basically what he's trying to tell me. The leak of our money, you know, how it was being stolen, it's no more. These guys are going insane because they don't know what to do. Then, we're not done, right? Okay, so that was the first wave yesterday morning, and it was so good about the float and everything else. Then, check this out. Chalet. I was thinking, okay, that was a great speech. And I was thinking Eddie was going to send me another report that says, like, here come the bad guys, and they're saying, no, there's no float, and there's not. It's kind of like they gave up yesterday and today. I mean it. Watch this. Now Chalet is on, and he is right after we had who was that? That was Chalet. Okay. So that was Chalet, and that was the second time that he's been on talking about the float. Then about 3 hours later, Chalet comes back, and he was talking about the increase in exports and trade. Also, Mr. Frank, He talked about raising the value of the currency. He talked about it for 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yesterday, fourth report. Television is showing economic experts. So you see, these are the people that we want to listen to. And they're the ones that Sudani is sending out to them. Television is showing now economic experts talking about why the dollar exchange rate rises. And the dinar fluctuation is because many of the banks are selling the dollar, especially the ones with foreign bank owners. But the auctions of the CBI and through the United States Treasury are putting sanctions on these banks and cutting the auctions back to one bank, only one bank. That'll be a tremendous help. But we still struggle. We still struggle against the corruption. I know. Oh, and by the way, Eddie, I understand you are watching. I have a lot of respect for you, sir. I have a lot of respect for you, Eddie. And a lot of compassion for the things that you're going through. Like I told you, Eddie, I respect you and everything that you know that your families are going through. Family, I wanna show Eddie something, okay? Please forgive me here. Eddie, this is for you. One more time.
Greetings, family. This is my dear friends. This here is Solomon, and this here is Abdullah. Solomon, tell them in your beautiful language that for them to be blessed by God. Yeah. That too. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
That's what I say to you, Eddie, and to your family and all those hundreds of people that you talk to there. God bless you, my dear friend. So, the next report, which is the fourth report from yesterday, television is showing some economic expert talking about. Oh, I already did. I read this to you? Yeah, I read this to you. I was going to show it to you. So this is the next report, and I want to share it all because, like I said, I won't be doing this anymore live. All of this will be posted in Club 26 or in premium inside of my forum. And by the way, for those of you that cannot afford premium, call me. Call me. I'll give you a month, or if you want more, I'll give you some time free. Okay, don't worry. Don't think you're being left out. If you're a member of my forum, do you realize that all of the information is also typed out and put in archives? You'll never miss it. Alrighty, so that was fantastic. There's two reports, Chalet telling them about the monetary reform, talking about the float. And then this guy comes out and he's talking also about the corrupt banks, but no more. Then the fifth report. Sammy just told me, you know who Mr. Sammy is, one of the managers of the banks there. Mr. Sammy just told me to tell Mr. Frank that the issues with the banks are being addressed hard, and soon, very soon, it will be resolved. Yeah, that's impressive. That's extremely impressive and encouraging, because the next thing after that is good stuff. Continuing. Also, Frank, Mr. Sammy said, with what we have in place now, it's not hard to shut these guys down and to see the corruption that they're doing. Because now we can see it through the banks, we can fix it because we know where every dinar is at now. This is the bank guy saying this. We know where every dinar is at now, and the new platforms are built so we manage manage all of this and no longer selling and we're addressing it immediately. This is wonderful, family. This is one. So Sammy, the guy that works at the banks in Iraq, he's telling me we're taking care of these bad banks that are trying their best to steal money. But don't you worry, we got this under control. In fact, very soon it'll be over with. Now he knows because he's there at the bank. Continuing, it's not like we have a problem and we don't know how to fix it. We can see where it's happening and who's doing it. So that's a huge difference. Man, these are powerful statements, and it is so true. The only reason why we didn't have the monetary reform is because of the thieving, the thievery, the profiteering, the stealing from the Iranian politicians in parliament that have been doing it for decades. And now all of a sudden, you tell an alcoholic that he can't drink anymore. Good luck. Yeah, and I love it. What did I show it to you? I love it. It's not like we don't know who's doing it. It's not like we don't know what's happening. It's not like we don't know how to fix it. And by the way, we are or we did. Anyways, that's beautiful. So then I give him a report. I say, another day in Iraq. As the sand turns. But every day seems to be filled with monetary reform education to you Iraqi citizens. Don't you love it, Eddie? Because this is what is supposed to be happening right now. They are preparing you for what they're going to give you and what they've promised you. You are so close to receiving everything that they were talking to you about. Tell Mr. Sammy, I appreciate his input. Tell Mr. Sammy I appreciate his input. Also, Eddie, tell Mr. Sammy, in my opinion, the new lower notes are so high-tech that it's as if they had GPS on them. They don't, but they have something else that you know they have. The CBI knows where every one of its little children are at, and they will no longer be abused by the corruption from Parliament. This is the security and stability that was demanded for the monetary reform. Notice, Eddie, and you too, Mr. Sammy, ever since the United States Treasury showed up last week, they just cannot stop talking to you every day on the television about the success of the monetary reform, about the new lower notes, about the new exchange rate, about the float, about Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, wait, no, that was Eddie. Sorry, laughing out loud. And like I told you, I find all of this so valuable that I want to share it all with you. Well, maybe that's too much. Let's just start that. Some of you say to me, well, why do you show that? I can't read that fast. All you got to do is hit pause and then read it, and then hit unpause and keep reading, you knucklehead. Okay, Frank, okay. You silly rabbit. Notice, you guys, notice that ever since the U.S. Treasury showed up, every day they talk to you about the monetary reform. And now it's even deeper. It's gone way into the float. And that ain't even got nothing to do with you guys. And then continuing, I still have more. Hey, Neil, I got a kick out of Eddie wanting to trade camel spiders for Kentucky Fried Chicken last night. I guess he stayed up pretty late to watch our program. I'll make sure that I say hi to him. I know he's excited, and so am I. Next report, sending. Yes, Eddie says sometimes he stays up and watches your show. Most of the times, he will watch it the next morning. But he was watching it, and he said, there really are camel spiders here, and there are many of us that are willing to give them to you. Next report. Sudani with cabinet on news is showing him unveiling a plan to revitalize the industrial section in Iraq. Mr. Frank, they're teaching us about the monetary reform constantly, and they are showing us the economic reform. Also, sir, the CBI is holding meetings now to establish a company to handle all of our electronic operations. All of it? I didn't know that. I didn't, that's interesting. Iraqi stock exchange is witnessing trading at more than 398 million shares. This is on TV. Uh, they're saying that our yeah, I'll show you that much right there. I mean, look at that. What'd I tell you, huh? What'd I tell you? Iraq just signed agreements to modernize trading. Whatever that is. Sudani on television talking about the importance of Kurdistan region and the surrounding provinces to unite and to bring unity and the national industry together. We are about... that is fantastic. What I say earlier, shoulder to shoulder. There it is. Eddie, the next time that you're in front of Sudani or Chalet, just go right up to him and ask him straight up, when are you going to give us what you promised us? You keep talking about it every day. Give it up. Eddie, I was just I was just in a funky mood, Eddie. Don't ask him. Don't ask him. Don't ask him. Today, television says that the new contracts with BP oil in Iraq could be turning point for all of the West, especially with our BP oil. I didn't know that. Man, things are happening so fast. We have a 5-year plan call for 4.25% growth each year for our economy. So much for a program rate, Mister. That's good. That's good. That's enough. That's enough. So you got to see the articles. Interesting. Talked a little bit about Jamie Dimon. That was interesting. Talked about the gold and silver from yesterday. That was very interesting. And now what I'm going to do is open it up for about maybe 30 minutes or less to see if I can help you in any way, shape, or form to answer your questions. So, I say to you, if you're interested at all to ask me a question, please feel free. If not, that is it. That is our UB2B for today. You know, it's short. It's short, but boy, it was straight to the point and really compact with good information. I hope it was a blessing to you, and please take it to God in prayer. Let's see, end stage, what? To the lip? No, that, huh?
When you were talking about drinking.
Gotcha, okay. What about drinking? I don't drink. Anyways, I lost a brother. Okay, no, thank you. Tap that thumbs up. Bank stories. I already gave it, Patty. Frank, did Chase Bank place banks inside of Iraq? Not that I know, baby crab cakes. Not that I know. Not Chase. Not Chase, no. Next question. Mr. Frank, can you please share some details about why you stated that those in California will have to know what they are doing? Because you got a bad government there. You got bad leaders there. Why do you think that Elon Musk and what's his name, Trump, did a, gosh, I don't know how, it was over an hour long talk show. And they talked about cryptocurrency and bitcoins and what to do and gold and silver. Why do you think they did that? Because our government right now is against it. They're going to be for it. Something for you to consider. Next question. How many more videos are left to be shown to the people before the final one RI? You're asking for a date and a rate. I have no idea. How long do you think the U.S. Treasury will be in Iraq? Are they staying to see it to the finish? I'm going to answer that in my opinion, yes. Millie, Frank, how long do you think? Oh, that's the other question. Next question. Why is no one speaking of the WTO meeting with Iraq on Friday? Because it's not that important. They were supposed to get everything done by the 15th for the WTO, and that's tomorrow. So what are they going to do Friday? They're just going to talk about it. It's not until the value of the Iraqi dinar is released and the lower notes and lifting of the three zeros, that's when they'll join the WTO. That's all there is to it. I know they want them. Why does the WTO want a program rate? Why do they want a sanction rate? Why do they want to lose money? They don't. They know exactly what they're doing. Next question. What is the date and rate? Love you. Love you too, Jeff. You knucklehead. Um, how is XRP playing into the exchange of anything? I don't know. Into the exchange? None. Not that I know of. None. But into what's going to happen under the new presidency, I don't know. There may be some things happening. Marcela Ceballos. Frank, I live in California. What can I do now for future exchange rates? Make sure you have an account established with a bank that exchanges foreign currency. Go home and wait. When it happens, then go talk to them. The less you tell them about what you have and what you're doing, the better. Protect yourself. Horrible leaders in California. Hey, that Nicolo Hockey, they are retarded. Now, I don't mean mentally retarded. I mean they're set back. They're retarded. They go with policies that are illogical, let alone indecent. Defund the police? Look, if you defund the police, it's a chain reaction. The crooks are going to take over the city. They're going to take over the precincts of the police department. They're going to kill people without it. Oh, that's what's happening in Never mind. Frank, can you plan on wearing a white hat and a cane when the time to go? It's going to be all white. I don't have a white cane. I'm sorry. I can't do that one. Yeah, quit teasing Sudani. I know. Frank, why is Parliament made of outsiders and not elected Iraqi citizens? Because Parliament is actually a conglomeration of people that represent the nomads, the little villages. There's only a certain amount of strong cities in Iraq, and it is surrounded by a lot of tribal political structures, and you only do things for your family. You don't do it for anybody else. So, unfortunately, these innocent people that are, let's say, in a little village, their representation, they have to vote on it. Who should we send to represent our district to Parliament? Send Herem Abif. You want to go? But he's Iranian. He's not Iraqi. Send him. Why? Because I say so. Okay. So the innocent, the weak, they don't have a vote. And those that steal for a living make very sure that the false information is massive. Right now in the United States, the media is desperately trying to convince us that this woman is actually saying all of these things. Whereas in reality, when you look at just last year or the year before, she was saying the complete opposite. The media will convince the innocent. And the media is owned by the Iranian politicians in Iraq that convinces or forces representation to go to parliament that really doesn't belong to Iraqi citizens. It belongs to the profiteering, the mafioso style. Good evening. If I have 300,000 dinars and it's 1.3 thousand in dong plus 500, is this a decent amount? Oh, JC, I can't tell you. I cannot counsel you on what you should have. That's strictly your decision. Oh my goodness, let's see. California state would be crazy high. Mr. Dubs. Yeah. Yeah, California taxes is going to be insane. Barb Dylan, in your opinion, will Chase still be a safe bank to exchange with? There are rumors Chase will go down. Barb. All you have to do is look at the portfolio, Chase. They're not going down. I'd worry more about Wells Fargo. I'd worry more about J.P. Morgan because they got fined, but they're so powerful. They can get fined for billions and they still, it doesn't even dent them. The electric company in Hawaii, finally 1 year later, like you had to think a whole year to give $2 billion to the Hawaiians that lost everything. $2 billion is not even enough. Anyways, I'm sorry. Holly, what are you looking for next, Frank? I don't mind answering that question. I'm looking for Sudani to come out and show the Iraqi citizens their new currency, their lower notes, in whatever fashion that he'll take. In your opinion, are the new lower notes denoms at the ATMs for the citizens? It turns out that they're not. But who knows? They may be now. Matthew. Hi, Frank and Jan. Glad you're keeping info inside. Do you believe that the RI is the linchpin for the Middle East world comeback? Could Iraq be like Dubai? It'll be Dubai on steroids, my friend. Dubai won't even be able to touch Iraq. Kevin, Monaji. Hi, Kevin. Frank, is the U.S. Treasury going to need more than 4 weeks to merge the banks and get the corrupt under control to position Iraq to implement the monetary reform in earnest? Kevin, did you not notice what Mr. Sammy said? The banks are being dealt with very hard, and very soon it'll be over with. He knows. Next question. Thank you for a great UB2. Well, Golden Touch, aren't you sweet? Thank you kindly for saying that. Frank, you still on Trump? You still on Trump 2024? There's no one else. You think that someone else is going to be the president of the United States next year? No. No, don't you understand? God's watching, and you haven't seen the things that God has been doing? Trust me, Trump will be the praying president in the White House. And it's not by anybody's vote either. Frank, have you bought your tickets to return to Hawaii? No. How much IQD does the U.S. hold? Well, I remember when Trump was around, he said that they had something like over 43, I think it was, over $43 billion worth of dinars, which would be 43 trillion, which would really help our deficit, wouldn't it? Frank, Niccolo, will our Lions make it to the Super Bowl this year? If they don't, I'm gonna pull the rest of my hair out. Oh my goodness. I hope they do, because I'm sick and tired of buying TVs. I have a bucket next to my couch there. It's full of bricks. Every time we throw an interception, I throw a brick at the TV. Frank, do you believe that al-Sudani feels pressure from the Iraqi citizens to get this finished? Well, yeah, he feels a pressure, but not the kind of pressure that you think he's feeling. Because he's talking to them every day, just about, or every other day, or every third day, and telling them. And if he's not doing it, somebody else is sending them out to talk to them. But think about it. You know, if my wife says to me, I'm going to give you a kiss, and I wait I pucker up, I get ready. All right, huh? And an hour later, I still don't get my kiss. Come on, where's my kiss? Huh? Now, I know that kiss is coming, okay? I know it's coming, but I'm tired of waiting for it. Let's see. So to Kevin, to answer your question, no, it. They're dealing with it right now. Millie says, "Good question, Kevin." Well, you should have said, "Good answer, Frank." Okay, official transaction. Frank, do we know approximately how many Americans hold dinars? I can't tell you. And if I knew, I couldn't. I wouldn't tell you. I don't tell you who buys dinars from me, do I? You should see. Anyways, and that alone kind of is like putting your finger on the pulse of the monetary reform. That's why I talked to you about whales and sharks last month. What? Amos died?
Yeah, famous Amos.
Famous Amos died. Bless your heart, sir. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you for the cookies. He was from Hawaii. He's a wonderful man. He got ripped off. Somebody took his cookies and gave him practically nothing when he was in a desperate state. I hope he's making cookies up in heaven with Jesus. Frank, I guess us in California are going to have to exchange the dinar in another state. It's not the exchanging in another state. It's where you're going to keep it. I wouldn't keep it in California. Frank, let's see, Kevin. Frank, is the United States Treasury going to need more than four? Oh, wait a minute, I already did that. Frank, do you feel that al-Sudani feels pressure from, oh, what's going on? You guys can't repeat these same questions. Any feedback from Bank Friend on the October statement? Yeah, and I gave a long lecture about it, Flea Fram, on Monday's UB2B. You should listen to it. It was a really good answer. What's the next? Will the lower notes like the 250, 500, and 1,000 still be honored after the reinstatement? And if so, in your opinion, for how long? Well, yeah, those are the ones you're going to be trading in. Although the ones that you mentioned right there is an example of all the zeros. Take, for example, the 250, 1 0. Take, for example, the 500, 2 zeros. Take, for example, the 1,000. 3 zeros. They'll be lifting 3 zeros, and all of those will be changed into lower notes. Although they won't be exact. Remember, I already gave you them. There's a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, not a 25, 20, and it goes on and on and on. I already gave you all that information. Next question. Will the parliament go away? Well, Sandy, because Iraq is going to become more powerful and really high on security and stability, I believe that maybe, Sudani and his cabinet, they can reach out to the masses and explain to them the truth of who they should vote for to come in and represent their district areas. And maybe, just maybe, if they're under pressure by Iranian politicians that are telling them, you don't get a vote, we're going to send that guy, and that's all there is to it, maybe, just maybe, they'll tell Sudani, and Sudani will say, what'd you do? Because Sudani don't play that. He don't. Sudani don't play that. And in the Middle East, he made a promise to the Iraqi, said a solemn oath. And he even came back and said, I'm going to give it to you this year. It doesn't get any more direct than that. Now, when is it going to happen? I don't know. Don't worry about it. But when you are down to your last few pennies, when you are dying of cancer, you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. I pray every day for you. Some of you don't even believe in Jesus, but I still pray for you because I have love for you. I pray and I understand. Next question. Don't fail, Frank. Tap the thumbs up. How many we got? No? Oh, 117. That's it.
No,
What is-
662.
Oh, okay. How many?
665.
Oh, that's sweet of them. Okay. Let's go to the next question. How are we doing on time? About 10 more minutes of questions. Listen to what? I went too far. Holy cow. This thing called, oh my word. Jen, give me a question.
What's happening with the HCL and the House Speaker?
HCL is signed, ready to go, and the House Speaker, I already talked about it today. Next question.
Will foreign currency stop being sold in the U.S. after the RI?
Will foreign currencies be stopped being sold in the U.S.?
Yeah.
No. Next question. Some of you will reinvest again in some other currencies. Some of you are holding multiple currencies that you're going to hold on and see what happens to them as well. I don't want to play that game at my age anymore. The last 20 years was enough for me. I'm going straight to gold and silver and property. Next question.
I'm going backwards.
Frank, do we know how many dinars are in circulation to be redeemed? They're down to about the 20% of what they were looking for. Or actually, probably less than 20%. Sorry, I did not know how to do that. No. What was once topic brought up with Andy that changed your mind on the topic? I have no idea what that question was trying to say. Should I trust the bank or take all my money once I exchange? That's your prerogative. Chester, good day, Frank. Just a quick note to thank you and the service and great. Okay, community. We need more godly people. Oh, aren't you sweet? Alrighty. Hi, Frank. Is there a limit that they will let you exchange? That's a good question. It's possible. It's possible that they'll tell you, well, you can only exchange so much per day. Or they'll tell you, you can exchange it all, but you can only take out so much per day. You'll find all those rules and regulations once it happens with whatever bank you'll be working with. Prosperity Speaks. That's the one that I just read. Bo Hunter, Frank, I'm not as confident, savvy as I should be. How do I get to the form and archives, please? Bo Hunter, I am so sorry. This week I was supposed to produce 2 UB2Bs. They would be permanent. They'd be permanent on my channel. And one UB2B was going to show you how to sign up at ktfalways.com. And the other one was going to show you how to get involved with Club 26 on my UB2B. Please bear with me. Friday I go get an MRI at the Cleveland Cancer Center. And Saturday and Sunday. I'll do it next week, okay? But for those of you that want to get into the Club 26, for those of you that want to get into premium, you're welcome to call me. You know my phone number. Call me and I'll help you as much as I can, okay? All righty. Babe, you see any questions?
Not new ones.
Okay. Let's see here. 4-bit. Hey, there's Toy VP. Did he have a question? Okay. He's answering somebody. As far as the training videos, are they any more subjects remaining the RI and monetary reform that the Iraqis have not seen? Yes, Joe. Yeah, right now they're teaching them about the float. They hadn't seen that up until 2 days ago. John Smith, hey Frank, a quick explanation on 1-to-1. The whole purpose is for the Iraqi to know they have purchasing power. Yeah. So why don't we try to make it 1-to-1 with the American dollar? Let's just pair it. Give it that value. Okay. Excuse me. So inside of Iraq, if it comes out at 1-to-1, gosh almighty, they have purchasing power. Outside of Iraq, internationally, that's a different ball game. If you have one million dinars, it would be worth in American dollars $1 million, 1 million American dollars, because it'd be 1-to-1 with the American. It's not 1-to-1 with the American dollar. It's 1 to 1310 program rate. But if the goal is to get it to 1-to-1. All right, if we're 1-to-1, hey, you citizens, you got purchasing power. I know, I got $1, not what was it? Less than a penny, one of my dinars. Okay, but you outside would benefit in a completely different way, because you're converting it into an American dollar. And then on top of that, the Iraqi citizens are going to watch the float. Their currency is going to gain value outside in the international community. Now, as they watch it gain, they're going to applaud. They're going to say, look at us, huh? Yeah, well, let's check it out. Okay. But they will still have one-to-one in their country. Outside, that value grows. And as it grows, well, it's up to you to decide when you want to exchange. Hey, Frank, oh, that was that question. Okay. Acts 2:38. Munoz, how are you? Frank, do you sell dinars with lower notes and the 25K notes? Munoz, my broker, only has 25 and 50K notes left. That's it. Now, with every order that you place through me, he does give you free dinars as a bonus. Not everybody knows that. And when you open your envelope, you're going to see a 500 or a 250 or a 1,000, whatever he wants to send. It's his prerogative. I had a guy one time, Munoz, he ordered 20 million dinars, right? He calls me and he says, thank you, I got them. They're really good. They're all pristine, you know. I said, yeah, they're uncirculated. Thank you. I said, how did you ordered a lot. How did you like all those free dinars? And he said, what free dinars? What do you mean, what free? The free dinars I told you would be in your package that my broker sent to you. Oh, I thought they were business cards. Well, yeah, they're not like the big 25K notes or the big 50K notes. They're the little ones. What'd you do with them? I threw them away. You what? You what? I threw them away. I said, if I was you, I'd go chase the garbage truck. He did. He did. The story ended good. He did. All righty, Miss Jeannie, I'm so in love with the Lord. I wish I came to him well before now. Oh, God bless you. Let's see here. Greg, the Lions are only team that has never made it to the Super Bowl. Really?
Yep. No, not the only one.
No, there's 3 others, I think, that haven't made it either. Let's see. Who else? Any questions? I'm looking for questions. My goodness gracious. I guess you guys are satisfied. That's funny, but I can't answer that question. Tink, do you see any more questions? Family, I think we're coming to an end.
They want to know what the white suit means. All white. Somebody
Well,
just told me.
all white means new information, and that's all we've been getting, isn't it? Constant new information. And black represents my teams on the ground, because we have green teams all over the place. Anyways, 35, let's see, 35 billion equals, okay, watch out, Tink. Frank will be mourning the rest of the week. Can you live in California and exchange in another state? Sure you can. Can you share another bank story before the changes format? Well, Jim, I actually shared one already earlier. Maybe you didn't hear the one I gave about Jamie Dimon already today. Frank, Frank, what do you think Iraq's time to allow international to exchange our notes? That's their choice, their prerogative. Normally, when something like this happens, the IMF works with that central bank of that country, and they figure out a time frame. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be a year. The United States of America never canceled our 30 notes. Yeah, there was the 500 note, the 1,000 note, the 10,000. There's even a million American note, and I saw it once in Las Vegas. Yeah, it was in a case, high security. But America never stopped allowing 30 notes to be exchanged. But I got a feeling that Iraq will, and they should. They should. Let's see. In your opinion, you're taxed when you live, not exchange, but ask your tax person. Okay, I don't know that's probably not a question. Now, Frank, you know God don't like ugly. Of course, famous Amos is in heaven with God. I hate it for the ones that ripped him up. I know, Beth. It was so sad. It was a sad story. Amos, what a sweetheart he was. A wonderful man. Will foreign currency up? Will foreign currency? Oh, we already did that question. You, you see anything, Tank, or should I just stop?
Yeah, they're asking about taxes. Will you be able to buy the dollar sheet,
The what?
but the exchange rate? Will you be able to buy the dollar sheet, the RI?
The dollar what, honey?
RI, I don't understand.
Okay. Let's see if I can find a couple more and say goodnight to y'all. Hi, Frank. Good teacher. Thank you, Sandy. That's so sweet of you. God bless you. Is Al Malawandi still the speaker? Mary's asking. No. What happened to the Fab Four you spoke about? What about them? They've done a fantastic job. Your name is None, None. Okay, yeah, the Fabulous Four. Who are they? The leader was Dr. Shabibi. Yeah. Who is next? Well, now it's Sudani, and then Alak. And who was the last one? Brazani. Anyways, thanks, Frank, for the clarification on 1-to-1. You're welcome, John. What does the white suit mean? I already answered it. All white. Okay. Lions are the NFL team. One of the no, that's not true. Let's see. The representative from the Info on Gold replied and mentioned that they do not offer copper. Do you have any recommendations? No, they don't offer copper. What a shame. Now, the only recommendation would be that every time you go to the bank, ask for a roll of pennies. You imagine after a year how much copper you would have. Good morning, Frank and Tank. In Mandeville, we already did that one. How long do you have to be moved out of a state before exchanging regarding tax laws? Usually within a year's time frame. Frank, can we buy dinars after the RI? Not for me. I won't be selling them. There won't be any 3-0 notes to sell. And you sure as heck don't want to buy no lower notes. Well, for your dollar, you're going to be higher. You're outside. Y'all still haven't caught on, have you? Wow. Will we see you in all white when it happens before you leave the farm? I'm not leaving my farm. I'm going to my farm, Kelly. Everything is going to be put there, and from now on, everything will be put there. And anybody that wants to join from now on, we require their name, their address, their phone number, date of birth. Yeah. Great question, Kelly. Good question, Kelly. What was it? Will we see you in all white? Oh, okay. So you'll see me in all white when it happens. I told my teams, I said, I'm going to come on when it happens when you guys call me. You can't do that. Wait till after they announce it. Oh, okay. What's another one here?
How is this going to help the Iraqi people?
How is this going to help the Iraqi people? Are you serious?
For the 100th time they want to know.
Oh, it's a joke?
I don't think so.
Purchasing power. Here, you have an American dollar, right? Let's say that your dollar was worth only a penny. That's it. How many dollars would it take for you to buy a car, to go to the grocery store? A lot. But the citizens of Iraq are about to get purchasing power, at least 1-to-1. How could you not? I think it's time for me to go, Jen. What about America and its new future? Marie Hollies, I would only talk to you privately about that, not in a public venue like this. I already pushed the envelope as it is. Frank, what do you think Iraq's time to allow international exchange? I already talked about that. Are the dinars from the 1980s worth anything? No. No, those are Saddam Swiss notes. They're garbage. Keep them. Collector's items. How long do you have to be moved? How long do you have to be moved out of the state before? No, I already did that question. Frank, can we buy dinars after? Why are they repeating themselves? Frank, has anyone seen the small notes yet? Yeah, surely. Yeah. Will we see you in all white when this happens? Yeah, they keep asking that question. How is Supergirl? Back in the States. Back in the States. And she sent me a video. She felt something, she said. And she went outside and she looked up. And there were 3 UFOs. So she filmed it for me. I think it was only like a 3-minute video that I received. But they were black. And Lord God Almighty, they were just like, in Spanish I would call them pulgas. In pulgas. What's a pulga, Tink?
A fly?
A flea.
A flea.
A flea. Pulga.
Oh,
En
yeah.
los
The
pul-
flea market.
There you go, the flea market. There you remember. So that's what these UFOs look like pulgas. They would go, and then, I'm like, what? I thought she was playing with me. But no, she wasn't. My daughter and I, we had a UFO experience. 1990, June the 1st, 11:11 at night. This big, massive, massive thing above our car. I pulled over. We're in the middle of the road. My daughter's screaming because she says, Dad, why isn't anybody saying this but just us? What's going on? It was massive. It was bright white. And it had a dome of light over it. And the light wouldn't go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get into all this. Anyways, I had to step away. Okay, welcome back, David. Although I exchanged in another state, do I still have to pay the state taxes in there? You're going to pay taxes, and they're going to tell you. Don't worry about it. What do you know about the bondholders being paid? Not much. They're not being paid as far as I know. Yet, how soon will you have access to your money upon exchange? That quick. Where will there be an election? You mean in the United States? Yeah, of course there'll be an election. Please vote. You know how to vote. We need you. We need your song before you stop. Okay, we'll play it at the end there. Frank, can we buy dinars after? No, okay, this is getting just repeating the same questions here. My face swells up. I
He
got
got bit by a camel spider
You got bit by a Oh lordy.
in his face.
In your face, and you swell up. Oh, you got a picture of it. Oh, what's that? Devin. So, oh, phew. Funny enough, camel spiders are pretty good if you fry them, or if you put them on the grill. They taste like lobster. They taste like crabs. Tarantulas, the size of your hand. Those big tarantulas that you find like in. I found a big one in Cancun, in the rainforest, in the Amazon of Cancun. He was a beautiful neonic blue hairy tarantula. Very, very beautiful. But Baby K says, stop it, Frank. Stop what? You don't like itsy bitsy little spiders? Itsy bitsy. You know what? I will take on a bull. I will take on anything just about. Snakes. Anything. I'll take on a 355-pound linebacker if I have to defend myself. I got no problems with that. But I don't like spiders. I scream like a banshee. I hate spiders. It's because you can't see. It's the same syndrome of an elephant with a mouse. You know why a mouse loses it when he sees or an elephant loses it when he sees a mouse? Because they have a tendency to crawl into the holes, and they see the holes in the elephant's trunk. They go right up in there. Ugh, they don't like them. Have you ever heard of mountain oysters? Are you talking about the mushrooms? Oh, they're talking to themselves, not to me. I'm sorry. Alrighty, I can't think of anything else. I had a wonderful time. God bless you all. You want to leave? You want to hear the song before we say goodbye to you? We'll play it one more time. Thank you kindly for being with me. God bless you all. Have a safe night, okay? And I will see you again on Monday. Actually, if I can, If I can, maybe Saturday or Sunday, I'll do those UB2Bs that I promised that explains how to be in premium, how to be in Club 26. And remember, if you cannot afford it, call me. I'll give it to you free. 419-283-2552. If you have a need that you cannot afford 33 cents a day, then that's serious. Club 26, if you have such a need you can't afford 14 cents a day, that's serious. Well, I'm here to help you. Okay? All right. But for those of you that can't afford it, thank you. We appreciate you. And know that it helps a lot of people. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us. I say goodbye now, and we will play our song. And I'm really, really grateful to the gentleman that I met from Miles Franklin yesterday. He's now with us, and you can see. Do we have a what do they do?
Hold on, I'm gonna post it.
Okay, Tink is about to post it. If you're interested, send an email. Tink is about to put it up. Send an email to Andy and tell on the subject line, put KTFA. Because the moment you do that, you're not going to get the prices that you see when you go to their website. You're going to get a nice discount. I was impressed when I saw that discount. And family, you know, I plan to diversify in precious metals and gold. And the last thing that I want to do, you know, is gamble with my gold. God bless you all. Thank you for being with me. Sweet aloha. I will see you, KTFA and Club 26, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will put everything from my teams inside of Club 26 and Premium. I'll see you there, okay? And the difference between Club 26, I put it up there. Premium, I put it up and I talk, I explain, I answer questions. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us tonight. Sweet aloha.
I used to be a Dimon newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eye and God by his side, Frank's teachings reaches far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tink, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraqi, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie. Come on, Tink, I deserve some cookies. Cookie, cookies, cookies. Come on, Tink, give up the cookies.
bless you all. Take care of each other. Pray for each other. Support each other. Visit each other. Love each other. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Let's roll.